Good morning, everybody. This is Savagestacker. All right, I keep getting interrupted by alarms to wake me up, and it's happened twice already. So I had to turn off all my alarms, and hopefully I remember to put them back on so I'm not late for work on other days. First off, I'm not going to make any videos this weekend. I got family coming, and I'm not going to pull, and they have a friend coming with them, and I'm not going to pull any of this stuff out when I got friends and family coming to the house. So I'll probably post a video Monday or Tuesday after this one. Okay, there's a running theme on my channel, and if you haven't noticed yet, I like to talk about my experiences, what I see happening with coin shops, and what I notice people buying, or what's out there, or things like that, or my selling or my buying of gold or silver. And that helps me to keep it real, for one, and for two, it gives me content. And I don't notice a lot of people out there doing that. They're trying to educate and stuff like that, but I want to educate through experience, not through regurgitation that they hear on somebody else's channel or from some financial advisor that invests in paper gold and then wants to explain why it's the time to buy. We know why it's time to buy. We can see it. We just know things ain't right. Gas is up. Inflation's crazy. Things are going down. It's important to back yourself up and get a little precious metals. We know this. So I like to keep it real with everybody and explain or share my experiences. So yesterday I experienced something at a coin shop that was very, very, very odd to me. And the coin shop, the people there are awesome. It's a guy and his son and his wife, and they're much older. They love the same things I do, hunting, fishing, and all that, and they're really into it. And really nice folks. I've only gone to them a couple times. So yesterday and the day before yesterday, I searched around looking for 5-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars of gold, buffaloes, eagles, and I couldn't find any locally. Everything's bought up. I did find some maples, but he wanted way too much over spot. I don't know if he's pricing his prices off of Amex or what, but they were fairly close. So I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not paying $200 an ounce for gold over spot. It's not happening. So yesterday, I call up this shop and I say, hey, I'm looking for 5 gold buffaloes. And he goes, no problem. Would you like to make an appointment? I said, yeah. He said 3 o'clock. I said, no, I get off at 3. How about 3:30? He said, all right, no problem. I'll see you at 3:30. Well, I go down there. I show up. None of them remember that I called. So they must have been busy or whatever. Or the old guy just didn't remember. And they're all, what are you selling? I'm not selling anything. I'm trying to buy 5 gold buffaloes. The son chimes in and goes, 5 gold buffaloes? You're going to have to use a check for that. I'm all, a check? Why would you take a check for 5 gold buffaloes? That doesn't make any sense. It's under 10,000. It's like 9,750 or something like that. It's under 10,000. And I know the laws here in California. I know the rules. I know all the things. I've read them many times. And I'm like, that's very odd to me. He goes, well, I told you on the phone too. And I said, no, I didn't talk to you. I talked to your dad. And he said he had 5 gold buffaloes and I'm here to buy them. And he goes, well, you're going to have to pay with a check. I said, why? Why would I pay for a check? Why would I give you a piece of paper and you give me 5 gold buffaloes? He said, no, I'll have to order them. You give me the check, I'll order them. And then basically what they wanted to do is wait for that check to clear and then call me and tell me my buffaloes were there. And they had them in stock, but they were beating around the bush. It was very odd. And I'm like, I don't have a check. I don't carry checks. I don't keep checks. It's too easy for them to get stolen. I don't do that. And I'm not leaving you guys a check for 10 grand to come back, And I have a feeling that what they were doing is trying to make sure everything was clear with the IRS. Or I don't know what they were doing, but I told them, I said, look, I got cash. It's burning a hole in my pocket. I don't want to spend it. I want gold. You guys should know this. This is what you do. And I don't want to, give you guys a check. And they didn't want to take cash. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you have in stock? I'm not ordering 5 gold buffaloes. What do you have? He's like, well, I got 2. I pulled out 2 for you because you said you wanted 2. I said, I didn't say I wanted 2. I said I wanted 5. I didn't talk to you. I talked to your dad. And his dad's like thinking, he's looking, he's like, He's all, actually, I do remember that. After I've been there 20 minutes, he's like, I do kind of remember that. I'm like, dude, it was an hour ago. It was an hour ago. So, long story short, they wanted my ID because I was giving them cash. And then he tells me, well, we're only allowed to deposit $14,000 a month in cash. I said, okay, well, 99% of the coin shops I've ever gone to are strictly cash businesses. What's going on with cash? He's like, well, they're eventually going to go to the digital dollar. I said, yeah, I do. And it ain't digital yet. So, and I'm allowed to buy it for $10,000 without giving you any ID or paperwork or anything. I don't know why you need my ID, fill out some stuff for 2 gold buffaloes. That makes no sense to me. Long story long here. I think cash is starting to become obsolete. I've never heard anything like this in my life. It's quite scary. And I got the feeling that maybe they're starting to get audited more, or the banks are just not wanting to take large quantities of cash anymore. They want, transfers from bank to bank, which is what happens when you use a check. I got cash in the bank. I don't keep checks. They get stolen too easy. They end up in the wrong hands, and most people frown on them. They don't like them, So I don't keep checks. I never have, and I never will. So I just thought that was super weird. And, there's a channel out there that talks about there may be a day when you cannot exchange currency for gold. And that is exactly what that reminded me of yesterday. I was like, wow, I can't even spend $10,000 right now. I can't, it's not going to happen. They're not going to let it happen. I know he has more buffaloes in the back. I know he does because I heard him clink, 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 and then sleeve 2 of them, and then the rest of them back. Clink, 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 cap, right? And he's probably 15 yards away from me. And I'm like, and he's like, I can sell you 2. And it was very, very, very interesting, situation, the experience was really odd. We chopped it up for another half hour, 45 minutes. And I said, okay, well, when can I come back in here and buy 2 more if you're going to only sell me 2 at a time? He said, you can come in here next week and buy them. I'm like, what about tomorrow? He goes, no, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I said, okay. So he won't even let me come back in there with cash and buy 2 more the next day, which is today. Super weird. And I'm going to try to bust out a buffalo bazooka. I want 20 buffaloes, and at this time I have 8, and 2 of them are proofs. And I don't really want these clinking around in a tube, even though I paid bullion prices for them. They're just too damn sexy to put in a tube. So I'm going to have to get 22 gold buffaloes. So these are the 2 that I got yesterday. These capsules are all scratched up. I took them from the gold that I sold a couple weeks ago to my LCS and put these buffaloes in there because waiting for capsules to come from someplace, I take my capsules back and reuse them. But they're all scratched. A lot of these are all scratched up. So the coins in there are pristine. They look really good. Really, really good. Just the capsules are all recycled and pretty beat up. But he had 2 21s. I got 2 2021s yesterday. That totals me at 4 2021s. A couple 2020s, a couple 2006s, and a 2019 on the gold buffaloes. And I just got this weird feeling that places are going to stop taking cash sooner than later. It just seemed really odd. Now I didn't get that from any other local coin shop. They want cash. They don't want card. They don't want check. They don't want none of that stuff. So is it really going down at an alarming rate where cash is trash? I mean, I don't think so yet, but some places are starting to definitely trip on it, which is very interesting to me. It's just very interesting. All right, so we did pick up 2 gold buffaloes yesterday. I do want to pick up a couple more. I probably want to pick up, I don't know. Let's see here, I got some cash here. Probably want to pick up, I don't know, that much more. So 8 more. I'm going to get 8 more gold buffaloes. Turn this all back into gold and try to salvage my cash, you know. I still have a little powder dry on hand. And who knows, maybe I'll hold on to half of this. And then just, maybe I'll hold on to half of this. That way, if it does pull back even more, I'll be ready to go. I'll be ready to go. I got a little envelope there. So that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably just spend half. So I'll probably spend 10 G's on gold, and then the other 10 I'll just put up. I'll just put it up. That way I have a little cash on hand if things pull back, or, you know, things get crazy, whatever. But what do you think about that situation? I mean, there is a channel out there. I'm not going to really name people's channels. It's not really my thing, but that believes, you know, his motto is, hey, you can still use this currency, this garbage to buy this stuff, but there may be a day where you can't. And I have never experienced anything like that in my life until yesterday. And I'm like, huh, maybe there's something to that. So very odd to me. This right here is a Spyderco Paramilitary 2, PM2. And this is probably the best EDC knife I've ever owned right here. I'm hard using this thing lately for a year now, and just no issues whatsoever. They're kind of pricey, about 150, 180 bucks, depending on where you go. With that, I mean, I've been hard using this thing, and it's still centered. Blade's still sharp as all hell, and it's a S45 VN. It's a new one from Crucible. This blade steel, so S35 VN. Pretty cool blade there. Blades and gold, blades and gold. So I'm sticking to my guns. I'm only strictly buying gold from now on, unless I find some really nice, really hard to find vintage gold. I'll pick that up, or vintage silver, and then I'll pick that up. But that's the only way I'm going to pick up silver for the foreseeable future. Thank you all for coming by. I truly appreciate it. What do you think about that situation? I thought it was very, very odd. I don't think cash is completely obsolete, but it looks to be that it gets going there. If banks aren't taking any more than $14,000 a month of cash from a business without them having to do some crazy, you know, audit stuff, then it looks like the banks are trying to make you do everything digital already. You know, like, you know, if you give them a check, they deposit that check, the bank gets the money from the other bank and brings it to their bank, which is still a digital transaction. So it sounds to me like they're trying to trace all transactions. It's just, to me, it's very, very weird. I've never heard of that before, that a place doing this. And I'll check out my other local coin shops here today or tomorrow and see what they think about it, you know, and I'll give you an update of what they say. Okay, thank you all for coming by. It is the Savagestacker. Please hit that bell icon so you get updated on my latest videos. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. The Savagestacker is over and out. A couple more buffaloes for the stack. And they're really good too. I microscoped them and checked them out. There's only one ding on one of them, and the other one's like pristine. Probably gradable, but who grades bullion gold? Nobody. I mean, most people are cracking it out of the little cases. So nice coins. Thank you all for coming by. Take care. Over and out.